So my name's John Benz. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm 35 years old. I was born and raised in Memphis, so I can pretty much say I'm from there. Memphis was fun. Memphis is the epitome of a big, small town. So although it may have close to 1 million people, it's still kind of small town feel. So you can find a lot of everything like that there. When I graduated high school, I went to the Navy. Navy's where I really got into sports. So I started the typical bodybuilding training, which would have been big back in the 90s and early 2000s. From there, got out of the Navy, went to college, went from college to corporate America, and was in corporate America for about 7 or 8 years, working largely in Lean Six Sigma, deliberate improvement. And that's where I really found my niche was, if you like to improve things, turns out that you can do it with all this training, and it really applied and spoke my language. And I've turned that into more, which end up being my hobbies. I like working out. I like doing a lot of things where I'm able to make them better. I love video games and movies. I know a lot of people say they like movies, but I doubt there's probably very few people that have seen or have the repertoire of movies that I have under my belt. And then for video games, that's not a PC gamer. I'm definitely a console gamer, if that matters to anybody. But
what's your favorite video game, by the way?
well, right now it's Overwatch.
Overwatch?
Yeah, it was Fortnite. I jump around.
Okay.
Overall, my favorite video game is going to be somewhere between Halo and Call of Duty. I have 3 dogs and 2 cats, if that matters. I'm not like a cat or dog hoarder or anything. But me and my wife's name is Shireen. She's pretty awesome. She's a much better CrossFit athlete than I am. Like she's done Wadapalooza and some of those high-level things. She's been to regionals. So me, I'm much more of a student of CrossFit, and she's much more applied. So, which makes sense because I'm really a researcher at heart. A big part of my CrossFit life has been CrossFit Memphis. And so I sort of grew up there. I was an intern. I was just only did the improvement and the background management stuff. And then I got into coaching, and I was their first member ever. And I think that was 2007 or 2008. So I've had kind of an off and on relationship with CrossFit as well. I did CrossFit probably really solidly for 2 years, then just a consecutive number of injuries and not understanding all the things that we understand about taking care of yourself and mobilizing and not going out and drinking every night and then coming into the gym and trying to do WODs. So coming up to Chicago ended up being a very easy decision that was hard to do. I came up here a couple of times. People probably see me around the gym, several times over the last couple of years. But I met Angelo, and he and I got to talking. Then I came up with my wife, and we worked up here for a week, just working on little things around the gym, like trying to reorganize, get some things a little more standardized, a little more put together. But what we realized when we came up here is that this is one of the few gyms where those are very small problems because of how much the coaches care and how well the classes are facilitated. So it's walking into a gym and you don't have to figure out a lot of problems. You just have to you're struggling to find little ones, which is a great thing to have. And it was just fun. It just ended up being a very natural fit as far as the people care, the coaches care, the level of integrity for the movements and things like that is great. Just over a couple of more visits, it just started to fit. It just started to become more of an opportunity to come here and work with Angelo and work with Rocio and Susie and Zach and the rest of the team, seeing that the decision to move, like I said, is very easy because the community's great, the coaching is great, the staff, everything's great. The only hard part was like moving, halfway across the country. But if that's the only problem, then it's actually an easy decision. So it's kind of why wouldn't you? I think why wouldn't somebody want to coach at this facility and be a part of this place? Well, there's 2 parts to what I'm doing here. One, I want to save as much time as I can for the coaches and the rest of the staff by refining systems and building lean processes into everything we do, so that if I can get them back an hour a day or 45 minutes a day, that's 45 more minutes that they can talk to the members, or they can hang out and work on their own fitness, or just take a nap. Like that's my goal, is to make everybody's life as easy as possible with still getting the effect that we could. And my real goal, so I have a couple of different goals as far as my coaching and things like that go, but having access to somebody like Angelo that can teach you the things that he can teach you is something nobody should turn down, as far as being able to grow your coaching and being able to grow your own knowledge base for classes and what it means to actually own a gym. And because I don't know that everybody who owns one understands what it means to feel the way that the people who are part of this gym do. And those are the things that I like being around, because it reinforces a lot of my own beliefs. I'm not ready for the Chicago winter. Angelo told me not to worry about hoodies until January, and I get up here and the first day is like 50 degrees. So I believed him, but I believed him not enough to pack up my hoodies and bring them. So I have hoodies with me.